back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I've got all the women around here. We know who they are. These are the mothers of the Wolverines. They're absolutely amazing. And nothing happens actually without the women involved. I don't care which way you want to look at it, or whether you want it or you don't want it, or whether you're divorced and the son's only living with the father. It doesn't make any difference. The woman has to be there somewhere. Linda, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
See, I remembered her name. It was simple, it was easy. And what was your name again?
Gemma.
Gemma. And this is Gemma.
Annie.
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 Alyssa. And of course, all these women they all have their sons playing for the Wolverines.
Yes,
absolutely.
So what age son do you have playing in?
He's 12 now, but he played 10U.
10U he played.
Yes.
So was he in the winning team?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, so how did you feel when they won?
Very exciting
I
for
mean, this
him.
is your son.
Yes.
So you were so proud.
Yes.
So what did you buy him as a present?
We don't bribe.
Oh, you don't. See, that's a good answer. She just said you played a great game. Now, what about your son?
My son was on the 10U. He did win the championship also.
Oh my God! So how did you feel?
I mean, I was ecstatic.
Yeah.
You know, I've been
You were so proud.
Yeah, absolutely.
That your son, 10 years old, worked out great.
Yeah, look at my kitty Mac.
Yeah. There you go. Now, what about you?
My son plays with the 12-year-olds.
Oh, the 12-year-olds. So he did not get into the winning.
They had a great season.
But they had a great season, but at the same time, you're still part of that sort of winning sort of team.
Right.
Because you're involved in that. How much has this helped your son?
Oh, a lot. He is just great in school. He's great with their coaches. Coaches have really helped him. Just being a young man. Just becoming a very nice, young, respectable young man.
Respectable young man. Because
Yes.
I noticed a lot of them were sort of young. One of them especially was saying how he had to trust. And trust was one of the big terms of what he was telling me. And is trusting all these other guys, his players with him. To trust us throwing the ball, to catch it, or trust to be there when I'm going to do whatever they're going to do.
Well, it's been great because Marco's never played football until he joined the league, and he had to also have the other kids and other coaches teach him. And so now he is trying to be, teaching the other kids too.
Now he's teaching the other kids, so now he's learning how to give back.
Yes.
Absolutely. What about you? I know your husband is one of the volunteers.
He's one of the volunteer coaches. I have a 10-year-old.
Yes.
And
Was he
a
in the
14-year-old.
winning?
No, he was on the weighted team, which they have to be a particular weight to be in that division.
Okay.
And then I have the 14U he was just on.
He was just on. What, did he behave himself?
Most of the time he does, yes. Well, he was the giggling one.
Oh, here, I loved him. I loved that because he was normal. He was normal. So don't get mad at him.
Okay.
He was okay. I got to make sure he doesn't tell her son off because he was really pretty cool. What is the most? You've got two sons in there, so obviously it's keeping them off the streets. It's also giving you sort of a peace of mind that they can actually be something and do something, and they're also obeying and sort of listening to somebody else. Not I'm not going to say a stranger because your husband teaches, but I'm saying that they're going into a league of people they don't know. How has that helped your two sons?
That's definitely true. I mean, having a bunch of men who are like fathers in their lives.
Yes.
They're like stepfathers almost because they have to trust the coaches, like Coach Will. Jeremiah's been with them for 2 seasons already, and Theodore also. It's good to actually have other parents that are involved in football and they're actually teaching our kids.
Yes.
We don't necessarily have to always be on the field with them. We have parents that'll take them to practices or to games when we can't do it. So they become like our second family.
Well, but not only that, it's like all the women now sort of become one, and now they're also trusting each other with their children. So when you pick the children up to take them to practice, or you do, or whoever does, that you can't go at that particular time, you've got to trust that car, that woman or man, to take care of your child. Is that trustworthy for you?
Yeah, especially for me. Last year I had a very trying time when I was giving birth. I had a lot of complications, and we came together as a family. And the team transported my kids back and forth since I wasn't able to barely
So
walk.
when you say kids, you're talking. We got the award here. So when you say kids, how many kids do you have?
I have 2. One of them actually, as Coach Will said, takes you into high school. He went from Del Sol Wolverines, and now he is with Del Sol High School, and he was starting center. So
now you just had a baby. So how old is the baby?
4.
1 year old, can you imagine?
15, 11, 3, and 1.
15, 11, 3, and 1. Well, you've been kept very busy all your life.
All my life. All my life.
I often wonder, see, this is why I brought the women on, because the women, you really have to, I mean, I'm not saying you're in charge of the kids, but you kind of are.
Yeah, and I was an active teen mom for most of the years, except for last year.
Yeah. And what about you, young lady? What's this done for you with your children?
Well, like they were saying, that it's a family. Coach
Yes.
Will always refers to our organization as a family, so we're not just a team, we're a family.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess a sense of family on top of blood family just makes you feel more
A
secure.
being
Yeah.
of some, a part of something.
Yeah,
This is
a
actually
community.
a
This is a
community.
community
It's like a community
for the boys.
and
Yeah, and there's girls too.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
yeah,
Absolutely.
oh, shout out to the cheerleaders.
Shout
Oh, my
out to the
goodness.
cheerleaders.
Absolutely. Are any of them here today? No?
I have a daughter as a cheerleader, but she's in the restaurant eating.
She's in the restaurant
Yeah.
eating. Well, I know. I wasn't, you know, that's good for the Peppermill, by the way. By the way, Peppermill is a fabulous place for food. They've been open since 1972, and they're absolutely amazing. The portions are absolutely amazing. But also, you know, I forgot to say, and my producer just reminded me, this is the Elvis Presley booth. So we're actually in the Elvis Presley. You're probably sitting where Elvis sat. I mean, maybe he sat in different places, but this was his kind of booth, where he would sort of kind of hang out. He'd come in the back door and he'd hang out at the Peppermill. So it's absolutely wonderful. But what I want to ask you, all of you, in Vegas is a very different town, and it's a nightlife is 24 hours, and it's very, very different for the younger generation because they've got a lot of opportunities to go to a lot of places where they probably shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
So does this help that?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
It keeps them grounded. Discipline.
Discipline?
Yeah.
Making
And
kids
yeah, I'm sorry. They also have the practices that they go to, which is 2 or 3 times a week. That gets them out of trouble, out
Yes.
of the house playing their video games. They have their games on Saturdays, and they're always constantly with their family, I think.
And also with their friends. I mean, they can hang out
yeah.
with their friends as well, go to their house, or when there isn't practice.
Yeah. a lot of
Cocktails, please.
extracurricular.
Cocktails.
And what about you? What about
I think it helps them make good decisions.
Okay.
You know, throughout school and at home. You know, stepping up and what they need to do.
Do
at
you
home.
find that your son is treating you better now since he's kind of got into something? Because I know boys can be a little rough with mums, you know?
He's always been a good, sweet kid.
Oh,
He's
isn't
always
that
been very
nice?
thoughtful.
Isn't that lovely? So it's always been very thoughtful to you
Yes.
and for you.
Very lovely.
What about you? Is it the same thing?
Yes.
They've always been very thoughtful.
Yes.
And you know why they're thoughtful? Because of the mother. Believe me, you know, we all sort of, you know, that we take for granted the mother out there, but the mother has a big, you know, a big to do with the kids. I mean, whether you're divorced or not divorced or what you are, you still have to kind of sort of, you're the backbone of helping them. I hope you are anyway.
Yeah, I love it. The kids, as far as the grades, they have to check in their grades with the coaches if they're not doing good. Kenny's been a straight A student the whole time.
Straight A, wow.
Yeah, so
That's because of being in the league.
that's because we don't tolerate anything less. Absolutely.
You know, same way?
Yes. Straight A's. Yes.
Straight A. So they also have to have a good score. What about your kid?
the older one needs a little bit of help, but the younger ones are doing really great.
Hey, older one out there, step it up. Step it up. Come on, your kid.
Yes, A's and B's all the time.
A's and B's all the time.
Yes.
So isn't that wonderful to hear that? So we're going to wrap up. My producer's saying, okay, Ninon, that's enough. Enough. We've had a wonderful time with the women. I just wanted to bring the women in just to let you know that they are behind all these kids. Not only the kids that are in this, actually Wolverines, but also other kids. So any kid out there, you can get help, you can play football, and you can join the league. So join them. Thanks for watching Vegas Live. We'll be back. We've got one more show to come back to.
Boom, blaze through the room. Train coming like